Welcome back to Project 613. Yesterday we mentioned that a high priest is forbidden from touching or carrying a corpse, even if it's his own next of kin. And that is even though a regular Kohen, not the high priest, not the Kohen Gadol, a regular Kohen would be allowed to become ritually impure for his own family, for his own close family members, but the high priest has to stay away from becoming impure even from his own family members. And yesterday we learned the specific prohibition of touching or carrying a corpse. Today we learn another similar mitzvah, and that is that the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, is not even allowed to be in the same house as a corpse, and even if it's from his own immediate family. Now, if you remember a while back, we learned about something called tumat ohel, which means the impurity that comes from being under the same roof. And what that basically means is that the Torah considers that when two people are under the same roof, spiritually, it's as though they are together. Spiritually, it's almost as though they are touching. The roof, in a way, combines everything that's under the roof into one entity. And therefore, there is a certain ritual impurity that could be spread just from being under the same roof. And since a dead body causes ritual impurity for someone to touch it, so too, for someone to be under the same roof as a dead body also could become ritually impure from it in that way. And today's mitzvah is that the high priest is not allowed to be in the same house, under the same roof as a dead body, because he will catch this tumat met, this ritual impurity that comes from a dead body, even if it's a dead body of his own next of kin. One of the reasons for this mitzvah, we see over here that when it comes to the high priest, the Torah emphasizes his higher level of spirituality. And in Judaism, spirituality is always associated with and synonymous with certain levels of restrictions. The more spiritual something is, the more restrictions there are. That's why Shabbat, there are more restrictions on Shabbat than on the weekdays, because it's a more spiritual day. Kadosh, holiness, also means removed. And since the high priest is considered the most holiest person amongst the Jewish people, he's therefore also the most removed, and therefore there are certain restrictions that only apply to him. And this is one of those examples where every other Jew, of course, they would be able to be under the same roof as a dead body, especially if it's their own next of kin. And even a regular Kohen, who usually isn't allowed to become ritually impure from a dead body, but if it's their own next of kin, they are allowed. But when the Kohen Gadol, for this specifically, even the Kohen Gadol is not allowed, because this shows that he is on an entirely different, higher spiritual level. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.